Hello. It's Dirty Trucking. I done made it back home. Went out there in the streets of Detroit. Ain't nothing to do. I can't win shit, can't hit a lick, so I came home quick. But before I came home, some disturbing news was brought to my attention. Like I said before, usually on Sundays, if I don't have all my breakfast stuff here, I try to take myself out every Sunday morning for breakfast. And that's been a ritual of mine that I used to do. As long as I had to change to do it, I'll do it. And on this Sunday, something was brought to my attention on one of my breakfast outings that a shooting happened here at my apartment community. I believe it had to be last Sunday at the building that stands directly next to mine. This is a whole one apartment community with three buildings. I hadn't heard about it, and usually when I get home, management is gone, and ain't nobody, and I don't know nobody here because I'm still barely new. But the chatter on it is like here. But it was brought to my attention by someone that knows I stay here. Saw a news story and asked me, did I hear about it? I hadn't heard nothing about it. But apparently, a 14-year-old girl was shot here last Sunday and lost her life. Shot by a boy that was 13 that somehow came here with a gun. Supposed to have been a lot of them at the apartment. I don't know all the particulars on it. I'm going off what the news said and what I was heard. Apparently, the girl was having some type of party while the parent was out of town. This boy brings a gun. And somehow the news is saying she was accidentally shot. But the girl is dead. 14 and the boy was 13 that brought the gun here. All you people, this gun violence here is, I'm getting tired of it. The police is tired of it. People who have family members, lost family members through gun violence, is tired of it. Kids killing kids, we're tired of it. The only way you can explain to me that the gun apparently accidentally went off is if that gun fell out that boy's hand and she caught a stray bullet from it after it hit the ground. Otherwise, you're not going to tell me a gun that he brought here, a 13-year-old boy brought here to apparently was a party they were having when the parent, I believe the parent was gone from what I was told. The parent was out of town. That's the word on the street. And it was some more stuff told to me that I'm not going to reveal here. They're going to have to find that out in their investigation about the young man with the gun and what was said before the shot was fired. So I don't know if that's true or not. So I don't want to spread hearsay, but this is in the news, and apparently she's supposed to have been having some type of party. That's what I was told. That's word on the street. She was having some type of party. The parent was gone. This boy comes with a gun. And somehow the news is saying she got accidentally shot. How do you get accidentally shot? Explain to me, how do you get accidentally shot? This is for a grown person to a kid. How do you accidentally get shot? If you bring a gun, point it at somebody, and it fires, how's that an accident? You a group of kids, and one of you brought a gun to a party. Apparently, Somehow that gun had aimed direction at this girl. She got shot and died, lost her life. How do you accidentally fucking shoot somebody? They killed me with these explanations. Accidentally. You brought a gun to an apartment community where there was a group of other teenagers in this apartment. Why did you have a gun with a bunch of other group of teenagers at this girl's apartment? First of all, how was the gun aimed at this girl that she caught the bullet from it? Second of all, third of all, how did the bullet get released from its chamber if you didn't pull the trigger? An accidental gunshot is that gun fired from dropping. That's what I would explain as accidental. But if this young man had that gun in his hand, had it aimed at that girl, pretending like he was going to shoot her, and shot her, how's that an accident? That's with anybody. You brought the gun. You had the gun. More than likely you knew it was loaded, and even if you didn't know it was loaded, and you took aim with the gun, playing with a gun. After all these gun violence stories, these mass shootings, that someone in this apartment community that I just moved to, kid, with all this gun violence shit on the damn TV, brings a gun here amongst other teenagers grouped up in an apartment at a party. You brings a gun. For what? True enough, this building has security. They check your ID when you come in. That's all. They ain't patting you down for no gun. None of that. For that individual to get here in this building, if he was from the outside, the tenant, the resident, somebody from an apartment, had to let him in. That's the only way you get in here. You either live here or someone lets you in. That's it. But how do you accidentally shoot a gun? How? Okay. I'm trying to play this out in my head. You got a gun. You playing, I'm going to shoot you. So you got the gun aimed. You got your hand on the trigger. And the gun fires. How's that an accident? Whether you meant for it to fire or not, how's that an accident? You picked up a gun. You brought a loaded weapon, aimed it at somebody, and it fired. That's what guns do. Guns shoot. Guns kill. If you bring a gun, guns shoot to kill. How's that an accident? So like I say, it's hush hush around here. Stopped at the party store down here in the building. It's hush hush. Because I didn't even know about it. I heard about it at my breakfast joint. Then I went and Googled it and saw the news story and was shocked to see it's the apartment community I stay in. The building is right that way from me. And I remember that Sunday. I came out. We have a catwalk that you can get over to the parking structure. And it also gets you over to the people mover. And I came out that Sunday on my way to have breakfast. And I was walking down through the catwalk. And you can see the apartment tower 100 where it happened at. From the catwalk. And when I was walking past there, I seen Detroit police car in here. I'm like, damn, what Detroit police doing in here? Now, apparently, when I came out, this is long after, I guess, the shooting had taken place. Because they mentioned that this shit happened early in the morning. So, but it was a Detroit police car here. I remember that. In front of that tower. And I'm like, damn, what Detroit police doing here? What happened? I ain't know nothing about it. And I'm always streaming TV, so I don't be on the news unless it's a reason, or I Google the news every day and see what's happening. But I didn't even see that. I was told about it today. Accidentally fired. That's what the news saying. Accidentally fired. How did it accidentally fired? The boy brought a gun to the apartment community at a party where there was a bunch of other teenage kids, and I don't know who else was there. But from what I was told, there was no parent there. They was out of town. That's the word on the street. So I don't know how true that is, but that's the word on the street. Now you bring a gun, you aim it, playing like you gonna shoot her, and shot her. How's that an accident? Now, I don't know what happened in that building. I'm just now hearing about it, and I'm totally shocked that that happened over there in that building, and it was involving a 14-year-old girl and a 13-year-old boy. Teenager. Dead. 14. And the one that did it was a 13-year-old. At 13, how do you even get access to a gun to even come here with it? Where did you get the gun from? How did you bring a loaded gun to this apartment community, to that party, and shot that girl? What the fuck? Y'all kill me with this explanation shit is an accidental shooting. Only way a gun accidentally went off, it fucking fell. It was dropped from something, hit the floor, and the goddamn gun fired. That's the only way. Or you was walking with it, you tripped and fell, it flew out your hand, it hit something, and it fired. That's the only way you can explain an accidental shooting. This mass shooting. You producing all these weapons that fire multiple shots in a matter of seconds. And ordinary citizens is buying this shit, taking it and committing mass shootings. What the fuck? Why would you need that type of gun in the first place? If you're not going to commit a mass killing. You need a gun to fire multiple shots? You're an ordinary citizen. That's way extreme for home protection. Way extreme. Those guns is only for one purpose, is mass killing. And they should be left. Those guns should be manufactured for law enforcement, military, or somebody has a need for that type of mass repetitive shotgun in a matter of seconds. Somebody has a need for that. Somebody in law enforcement is some type of government agent or secret agent that has a need for that. Ordinary citizen, okay, yeah. The thought of it is you know, I see somebody breaking your house, you get your gun and it's firing off repetitive shots. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's if that's what your intent was when you bought it. But that's not the intent of it for these people that's going out there that's doing these mass shootings. You want something to fire multiple rounds in a matter of seconds. We can kill a lot of people at once. That's what those guns are produced for. Why somebody ordinary would be buying it, I don't know why somebody else would be buying it to sell it to somebody ordinary. I damn don't know. And how a 14-year-old girl here gets shot and killed last Sunday by a 13-year-old who apparently got in her building, who was had to be let in by her or somebody affiliated with that apartment. That's the only way you can get in here, because you got to go through security. Brought a gun to this party, and shot the girl. But it's an accidental shooting. If you bring a gun, first of all, you're not going to label it an accident with me. You brought the gun. If you know that gun is loaded, you're not going to label it an accident with me. Now you've brought a loaded gun. If you take aim with that gun at somebody, and whether your intent was for it to fire or not, but you pointed it at someone, you're not going to label it an accident with me, because now you brought the gun, it was a loaded gun, you took aim with the gun, and the gun fired. That's not an accident to me. Dirty Trucking out.